There have been a lot of challenges with wheat pasture this fall. So Derrell, what's the situation now that we're well into November?
Well, we're finally getting there. We're really getting to take advantage. You know, a lot of wheat got planted early. It was growing, but it was very wet and sloppy. It was hard to receive cattle, and you couldn't turn cattle out. Just in the last couple of weeks, we've started to see a lot of cattle go out on wheat. There is a lot of big wheat. Of course, there were some producers who didn't get planted before all that rain came, so we're still finishing up planting for some of those folks. But in general, from a wheat pasture standpoint, we've got an awfully good start, and we're finally getting to utilize that wheat.
We're getting to the end of 2018. How would you assess the cattle and beef markets so far?
You know, 2018, I've described it for quite a while now as sort of a case of so far so good. You know, we've had bigger beef production. We know cattle numbers are still growing, and yet prices are pretty close. If you look across the board from feeder cattle, fed cattle, box beef, are all running, you know, just a little below this time last year, but really have been pretty close most of the year. So we've done well again in 2018 relative to the supply situation.
So going into 2019, what are you going to be looking for?
Well, again, we're still going to see some increase in beef production, although it is moderating. You know, we're approaching the peak in cattle numbers. I expect the January, cattle inventory will show that the herd did grow slightly again in 2018. So we'll continue to see increased beef production in 2019. We're going to have, slightly bigger feeder supplies on through 2020. We still have those supply challenges out there potentially. They are moderating, but as long as we continue with kind of the good demand that we've had, then we can maintain these prices, and that's kind of what we're expecting at this point.
You know, 2018 brought some volatility in the markets. Is there any concerns that you have going into 2019?
Well, again, we already alluded to the fact that demand has been a key in 2017 and 2018 in this larger supply situation. That'll certainly continue to be true in 2019. And, I'm nervous about some things. There's some potential threats out there. They haven't been a problem thus far, but the economy is kind of fragile. It's been strong, but the stock market has certainly been more nervous here lately. As we go forward, the longer this trade war drags out, the tariff impacts will continue to express themselves in the economy. A lot of these consumer goods that are tariffed will eventually begin to show price increases. And so there's some reason to stay tuned in. I don't think producers should probably change their plans very much, but I think they should definitely stay tuned to these external factors and be prepared to react as they can if that situation should change.
All righty, thanks, Derrell. Derrell Peel, Livestock Marketing Specialist at Oklahoma State University.